Hello students, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to do some science. Yes. So currently we are busy with, who remembers, water in our region. Water in our region. So what have we looked at so far? We looked at some underground water sources, some above ground water sources, some natural water sources. Also, we looked at some man-made water sources. And we also looked at what is the importance of water and why is it so important. Last time I explained to you guys that water is everywhere in the world. The world is surrounded by around 93% water and 7% is the land. But of that water, only a very small percentage is drinkable. The rest is all salt water. So we cannot drink the salt water. So we need to use water wisely and sparingly. So today we're going to move on page 172, quality of water in the region. So the quality of water in the region. So let's have a look here. Water from different sources can have different colors, smell, and amount of particles. These factors can be used to indicate water quality and whether it is suitable for use. So what is the quality of water in our region? So mostly the biggest problem we have is that the water that comes from our taps are not fully filtered. So there is still some debris and some unwanted particles in there, and that's why it's not safe for us to drink the water from the tap. We can get very sick if we do so. So the water in our area is not currently the best water quality that we can have. Okay, we're not going to look at the activity now. Let's have a look at the following. The color, smell, and cloudiness of water can indicate the quality of water. Good quality water should be colorless and odorless. Now, odorless means there is no smell. That's odorless. And clear. Bad quality water may be contaminated with sewage. So what do most countries in the world do? They use the water that we use on a daily basis and the water that is flushed down the toilets, and they filter those water and sanitize the water and replace the water inside the system. So we don't always have 100% pure water and clear water unless the filtration system that is being used works 100%. So pure water is clear, colorless, and odorless, and it's also drinkable. It's also drinkable. Sometimes if you open the tap at home, you can smell the water. And you can also, once you smell the water, you know that that water is not drinkable water. So how to keep a good quality water source? There's 4 steps. So we're going to look at the 4 steps. Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay. Here we go. The first one. Do not throw trash into water sources. So do not throw any water or any trash into the rivers or into the dams or wherever you find a water source. We try and keep it as clean as possible. Number 2, clean up plants in the water, such as water hyacinths and water lettuce. These prevent other water plants from getting sunlight, which reduces oxygen in the water. This can cause the watercolor to turn black and smell bad. Eventually, living things will not be able to live in the water. So if we have some unwanted plants, we have to try and remove them. That is what step 2 is telling us. So some plants like lettuce and the water hyacinths, they form a large covering. So they block out the sunlight and stop the plants in the water from getting any sunlight. And that stops photosynthesis. And then eventually the plants die, and so do the animals. Step 3, install water cleaners in houses and factories to clean water before releasing it into water sources. So if you really want to drink your tap water, you can always buy a water purifier and attach it to your water source. Now that water purifier will make sure that the water that comes out of it is clean and drinkable for everyone. Okay, so that one very important. Number 4, we can install a water aerator to clean water in water sources in order to add the oxygen to the water source. So aerator, I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but if you go to a pet shop and you look at where you can buy some fish, even these small fishes, in the fish tank itself, there will be bubbles being blown inside the water. Now that is a water aerator. It produces oxygen inside the water. So you don't need plants to produce the oxygen for the fish. Okay. So the first one is, do not throw trash in the water sources. Number 2, number 2 is make sure that plants that cover too much of the water's surface is removed so that sunlight can get to the other plants. Number 3, install water cleaners in houses and factories. And number 4, the last one is install water aerators to produce more oxygen in the water. Okay, let's have a look at the little block at the bottom and see what they want to teach us here. Know it. A chai patana aerator is a tool which was used to add oxygen to water sources. Invented by King Bhumibol, a chai patana aerator helps living things that live in water to receive enough oxygen and prevent the water from going bad. So that's actually something I did not know. I didn't know Thailand had an aerator. So that's something that one of the previous kings brought into Thailand, and he made use of it by providing oxygen inside water sources and also helping the water sources to stay nice and clean. Okay. So over here, in a small activity, we can quickly go through this one and just see what they require us to do. So number 1, circle 8 pieces of trash that should be put in the bin in order to keep the sea clean and keep a good quality of water. So they tell us we have to draw a circle around 8 pieces of trash. So here's 1 piece. The can is 2, 3, 4. Plastic bag is 5. Glass bottle 6. What else do we have? Newspaper is 7. And the last one here, also another glass bottle, 8. So the only ones we did not circle is the natural plant and animal life. Like here's leaves or a branch of a tree. Here is a crab and here is a sea star. So all of those is not part of our trash. Okay. And then they ask us, write 2 suggestions on how to keep good water quality in your region. The first part is to make sure that your rivers and canals are clean. If you drive around in Pechabun and you go to the canal and you see the different areas of the canal, you will see that they keep it very clean. You won't find any trash there. You won't find any stuff that should not be there. For example, when we made the Loy Kratongs, those canals were full of the kratongs that were made. And the next day, they cleaned up all of it. Why? Because we want to try and keep the water as clean as possible. Okay. Moving on to the next one. The importance of water for life and how to save it. So like I always say, if there's no water, there's no life. We cannot live without water. So all living things, including plants, animals, and humans, need water to stay alive. Plants need water to help them produce food and move nutrients. Animals and humans need water for their life processes. Can you think of any other things humans use water for? So what are the things we use water for? We use water to drink, for one. We can use water to water the garden, another one. We can use water to shower or to bathe. We can use water to wash our clothing and to do and wash our dishes. We can use water to make cool drink or a soft drink or juice. We can also use water for, what else? We can use water for making coffee or tea. We can use water, there are a lot of uses for water, but there I gave you quite a number of them. So we have a lot of different uses for water. We even use water when we are building as well. So what do you use water for each day? So for me, if I look at myself, what do I use water for? For drinking, for showering, for washing my clothes and dishes, and to water my garden. That is the most common uses for water in my everyday life. Now you can think about it. I'll give you 2 minutes and think about, what do you use water for every day? What do you use it for? So for 2 minutes, just think about that question. What do you use water for? And you can answer it out loud, or you can keep it inside your mind, but just think of it. So I'll give you 2 minutes. You can start now. Yes, everyone thought of what they use water for daily? Okay. So let's look let's quickly read this activity. I will do this activity with you. So let's see. Number 1, be able to investigate, record, and explain the uses of water in daily life. Okay. The instructions. Read and follow the directions. Record your results. Then answer the questions. Okay. So our directions. During one day, observe all of the activity that involve the use of water and record it in the form on the next page by ticking in the star below each activity that you observe. So the pre-activity questions give 3 examples what you use water for. I already said we can use water for drinking, we can use water for washing ourselves, our clothes, our dishes. We can use water for gardening and for construction. Okay. So yeah, record of activity results. Do you use water to brush your teeth? Oh, definitely. Definitely. Do you use water to take a shower and wash your hair? 100%. Do we use water for drinking? Yes. For washing our hands? Yes. Washing clothes? Yes. And watering the plants? Of course we do. So that is all the current 6 uses they gave us for water. And do you see, they are different than the ones I mentioned. So it shows you there are many options for water. So tick in the box next to the correct answers, then answer the question. Which activities involve using water in one day? You may choose more than one. All of them you use water. The one that you might say no to is brushing teeth. Why? Because you do not need water to brush your teeth. You need the water to rinse. So when you shake it on and then you spit out all the toothpaste, that's what you use the water for. Okay. So that's all that we're going to do for this activity. Let's look at the next page. So on the top left of the page, each day we use water for many activities, such as cleaning clothes, washing dishes, and watering plants. Humans and animals use water for many life processes, such as digestion, transferring, and maintaining the body. So we also have to drink water so that our inside process of our body can work. Remember, our body is made up of 70% water. 70% water. Wow. So that shows us that our body needs a lot of water. So it's important to always have a glass with some water with you. When you get a little thirsty, drink some water. It's always good to stay hydrated. So let's look at the activities here. The first one on the left, the lady here, what is she doing? What is she doing? She is drinking water. The next lady over here on the top, what is she using the water for? Who can tell me? Uses it for cooking. For cooking. And the boy on the right-hand side, what is he using the water for? Washing the dishes. And this young boy in the middle here, what is he using the water for? For taking a shower. And over here, is this lady using water? No. What is she doing? Washing the window. But she doesn't need water in the beginning. But when she wants to wet the towel, she will need some water. It looks like this is the dad of the family at the bottom here. What is he using the water for? For watering the plants. For watering the plants. Okay, very good so far, guys. Hope you guys are still listening. Hope you guys are still with me. Before we carry on, just to make sure everyone is still here, let's quickly play a game of rock, paper, scissors. Let's see if you can beat the teacher. So get ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. So if you choose the paper, you beat the teacher. And if you beat me today, congratulations. Woo-hoo. Okay. So now that we've got the fun out of the way, let's quickly look at the benefits of water. Yeah, water has so many benefits, and it's very important for us to save enough water. So benefits, we have how many here? 6. 6 options or 6 benefits of water. Let's quickly go through them. Number 1. Are you ready? Yes. Are you sure? Yes, yes. Okay, here we go. Number 1. Water is used for activities in daily life, such as drinking water, cooking, washing our body, and washing clothes and dishes. Number 2. Water is used for agriculture, such as for watering plants and raising animals. Okay. Number 3. Water is a source of food and provides careers such as fishing. Number 4. It can be used for generating electricity. Yes, if we have hydropower, which means power from water. Number 5. It can be used as a form of transport. So if we have a boat or a canoe, we can use rivers, lakes, rivers and streams maybe to provide transport. Now, if you're in Bangkok, you can also take a ferry on the river in Bangkok to go to different places. And the last one here, over number 6. It can be used as a place to relax. Who does not like the beach? I love the beach. So I love to be on the beach. So that's also a very positive benefit for water. Okay, examples of saving water in daily life. This is very important because without water, there is no life, like we said. Again, I'm going to highlight this one because it's important. Very, very important. So let's look at it. The first one. Number 1. Put water in a cup or glass while brushing your teeth, instead of letting the water flow from the tap. So when you open the tap and you wet your toothbrush and you brush your teeth, please do not leave the tap open. Close the tap or use a cup to put water in that you can use to rinse your mouth. So if the tap is not running, we are not wasting water. Number 2, take a shower with a shower head, which uses less water than a bucket, and turn off the shower while applying soap and washing hair. So when we are in the shower, we open up the tap and we quickly wet our whole body, then we close the tap. Then we apply soap and we wash ourselves, wash our face, our hair, our whole body. And when we are finished washing, we open the tap for the water to rinse us clean. And then we close the tap and we get out of the shower. So very simple ways of saving water so far. What about for number 3? Sorry, three. Do not run water fast while washing hands and face, and turn off the water after use. So what does it mean? Do not run water fast. Do not open the tap too big. When we're just washing our hands and face, the water doesn't have to be that strong. We only need a little bit of water to rinse off the soap. Number 4. Drink water as needed, but do not throw water away and waste it. So if you have water in a bottle and the water is not finished, don't throw it away. Drink the water, or make sure you try and finish it so that we do not waste any water. We do not want to waste. It's very bad to waste. Excuse me. Last one, number 5. Use water from clothes and vegetable washing for watering plants. So once you've washed your clothes and your vegetables, hopefully you do the vegetables first before the clothes. And then you can use that water you have in the bucket to water your plants. You don't have to take new fresh water from the tap. Okay. So, to go back and to recap, what did we do today? Let's run through it again quickly, just to make sure we all understand and have an idea of what is required. Okay, so let me just open up again. So, firstly, we looked at what we did previously, which is different types of water sources, natural and man-made versus underground and above ground water sources, surface water. And today we looked at quality of water. And the quality of water, what did we say? It has to be, let's read again here. It has to be free of contaminants. So it has to be clear, colorless, odorless, and drinkable. That is the top 4 characteristics of good quality water. It has to be clear, colorless, odorless, and drinkable. Okay. We also looked at how to keep good quality water sources. So first thing we said was, don't put trash in water sources. Number 2, clean up plants that cover the surface so that the sun cannot come through. So make sure that they can actually get sun through the top to the bottom plants that live in the water, because the plants that live in the water produce oxygen for the fish and other living things inside the water. Number 3, we said install water cleaners in your houses and in factories to clean water before releasing it into water sources. So to recycle the water and to clean it. Also install a water aerator to clean water in water sources in order to add oxygen to the water source. Okay. In order to add some extra oxygen. Then we looked at this picture and the activity regarding the trash, and we want to make sure we always pick up the trash from the beaches. So the importance of water for life and how to save water. So what did we look at? Let's go there to the last page. We looked at the benefits of water and how to save them. Now, benefits we have, there are 6. Let's go through them again. Number 1, water is used for activities in our daily life, such as drinking, cooking, cleaning, washing, and so forth. So water is used now by daily lives. Number 2, water can be used for agriculture, planting crops and taking care of animals. Number 3, it can be a source of food where people can go and do some fishing. It can also be a career where you can become a fisherman and sell your fish for a source of income. Number 4, it can be used for generating electricity. If you have a hydro plant that can use the water and the flow of water to produce electricity. Number 5, it can be used as a form of transport. So when you get on a boat, you can go to a lot of different places where you might not be able to if you had to drive or walk. And number 6, it can be used as a place to relax. So you can go to the beach, relax, listen to the sound of the waves, smell the beautiful fresh air, and also you can swim there for some fun. Fun in the sun. Okay, and then we looked at some examples of saving water, and this will be the last little bit we're going to do. So first, make sure we don't leave the tap running when we brush our teeth. When we take a shower, number 2, make sure that we close the shower when we apply soap so the water stops, and open it when we want to rinse ourselves. And number 3, do not run water fast while washing hands and face. You don't need a strong stream of water. Only a gentle stream will be suffice. Drinking water as needed. Do not throw water away. Try and use it where you can. If you cannot drink the water, give it to a plant to drink, but do not throw the water away. And last but not least, use water from clothes and vegetable washing for watering plants. So don't throw away water that you finished using. You can use it for other things like watering the plants. Okay. So thank you guys for joining this class. Hope you had some fun and you learned something today in science. And I hope you guys also have an extraordinary day. And I'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.